Hey everybody, I finally have good news about the DR. The DR is coming back, and I'll explain all in a minute, but just have a look at this. We're at maximum capacity now, I think. We've got obviously Reno's CBR, my XJ6, the DR here, and then the two Super Socos, sorry, the Ducati, and the Super Soco that I got on loan from Super Soco at the moment to do reviews on. This is cramped now. But anyway, what's happening with the DR? So if you remember, if you don't know, long story short, my forks were looking like there was so much to be fixed on them that the cost of doing that would have been more than buying a new set, second-hand set that was going to be much newer from somewhere like America, because they stopped selling this bike in 2008 here. They still sell it there. So you see what I'm saying? Would have been cheaper to buy newer forks second-hand from America than to fix. Well, I searched and I looked and I had people look and we searched and basically just never found any particularly good looking deals. A lot of them that I looked at looked like they had damage that wasn't mentioned, and obviously buying from America there is a big issue, especially through eBay and stuff like that. There's a big issue that maybe I just get a couple of scaffold poles and then I've got to somehow, you know, claim that like £600, £700, £800 back, and then before I can continue. It was not something I particularly wanted to do. I hoped I'd find some in the UK. Didn't happen. The only ones I've seen in the UK are for like S's and E's, and I need SMs, which are a totally different fork. So obviously the option of fixing them has always been on the back burner, but one of the problems with that was that some of the seals that are in the dampers can only be ordered from Suzuki inside a damper assembly, not loose. Now, of course, these are only Showa forks, so those seals should be available and easy to get hold of, but they just didn't seem to be, and everyone I spoke to was just like, nah, I don't know if I can get those, and that was that. Some people suggested Brooks suspension to me. I've had that suggested to me now probably 100 times. I called them very early on in this process, and even though their website says that they do OEM suspension work, they went, no, we're not really doing OEM stuff now, or words to that effect. Anyway, I was given the name of another company, and that company, when I called them and asked them, said, yeah, we can do those for you. And I went, the thing is though, what about the seals? And he went, look mate, if I can't find the seals, I'll get them made. And I was like, what? You can do that? He's like, yeah, I think he said it was like a gun carriage or something from World War II that he's just had a load of stuff done and he had to have seals made for that. Like, to him, it was like, no, it's fine, I can do it. And I'm like, that's the confidence I like. Oh God. Sorry. That was a light just fell over. That's the confidence I like to hear from someone who's like, look, I can get it done. So then that left the cost of getting that done was going to probably be around £400 at worst, but we needed stanchions, and stanchions are about 300 quid. Well, as I said in the previous update, I'm going to try and speak to someone to see if I can get them to work with me. And as you've seen on the sponsor card at the beginning of the videos now, Moto stepped up. They have helped me through the build of the XJ6 and of the DR, of doing stuff to all my bikes for a long time. I buy bits from them myself personally when it's not for a build, like a video, but they have supplied parts for nearly all my builds. They have been fantastic. There's been a few problems along the way, but COVID didn't help that. But still now, if I'm going to buy a part for this, that, you know, I'm buying my own money, I'm still going to Moto. And I'm truthfully saying that. But yes, they stepped up. I basically just said, can you send me some stanchions and I'll give you some like channel, some promotions on my sponsor card? And they were like, sure, we're happy to help you out. I think they know the struggle and of this bike, and I have a good relationship with the guy that I talk to. Anyway. So thanks to them, we have a pair of lovely new stanchions. Please forgive me for not taking these out of the plastic. They are going to stay in until the feet are changed over. Oh, are the legs threaded on? Yeah, they must be. It says threaded and pinned. Because that's the thing. One of the parts of the job is when you change the stanchions is you have to change the feet. As in like the bits that the axle goes through. You have to change those over. Bit of a job. Need specialist tools. So I've got a pair of stanchions, and I only asked Moto for a set of stanchions, and they said, hey, do you want like the guides and stuff as well? And I was like, if you're offering me, oh, there's clips in there and everything. So yeah, Moto's basically supplied the stanchions, guides, clips, and seals. I'm just going to basically give all of this to the suspension company with the forks, and they are going to just fix them and send them back to me. I'm paying them. This has nothing to do with YouTube, although we might end up working something out, you know, promotion for a little bit of money off, you know, maybe. And I know a lot of people get funny about that one, like, oh, why do you think you should get money off? Because I can advertise them. They give me 50 quid off and they get what would be the equivalent of a couple of grand's worth of advertising in return. So it really works out for everyone. The only delay on this at the moment is the fact that the company that I'm getting them to do them basically have 2 weeks off in August, and they let all their staff have 2 weeks off in August, which is a great time to have it. So I can't actually send them to them until late August. And the reason they say they do that is so they don't have a big backlog of stuff. You know, it's they clear the decks and then they start up when they restart. Brilliant way of doing things. I think it's a fantastic idea. You know, you get everything out of the way, get your shop cleared down, go away on holiday, come back refreshed and start all over again. Much better than picking up half done jobs that you can't remember what was going on with this, that and the other. So that's great news, because when the forks come back, I can just bolt them back in and we're ready to go. No. If you remember also, my rear shock is leaking because I switched over the body, the damper. So what I need to do is I need to take the rear shock out of it, and then I need to switch over the damper and the spring back to the original one, which was fine. It was just a bit old. If I can get it regassed somewhere, I'll try and do that. But yeah, that's a job I'm going to have to do between now and getting the forks back. It shouldn't make it any harder having the front end off the bike. When I stripped the bike down, I took the back end off, and I'm hoping I won't have to take the whole back end off to get that out. I should be able to loosen the subframe and get it out. But whatever, we'll get on with it. Only issue is, over the next few weeks, I am mentally busy with bikes, like reviews. These two are here for the next week or so, and I've got lots more videos to do on those. I've got another one booked directly after that, and then I have another one booked directly after that takes me into September, I think. So yeah, it's going to be a busy time, but it should be good. And just to reassure some of you who aren't too much into the electrics, the next bike I'm getting is definitely petrol. It's a 1200cc, and that is all I'm going to say. So you can comment below and guess all you like. There is smart ways of working out what it might be, but you know, thinking of like who I've worked with in the past and what ones I've already ridden. But you know, so there you go. Finally, some positive, good news about the DR and it actually being fixed. There was a time there that I thought this was going to end up sitting in here for years until I came across a set of forks or something stupid like that. But no, it should be back on the road this year, and I'll finally be able to get to use it and have some fun. I mean, look at the dust. The dust. Derek, I'm so sorry. So yeah, that's everything I needed to cover. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new here, because I'm on my way to 100k. You can see I'm at 93.5k. This is taking 10 years. With the help of anyone watching this who's not subscribed, we can get there a lot sooner. I just want a play button. I don't care about it otherwise. Anyway, bye-bye. Oh, and thanks to my patrons.